Hey everyone, it's Pete here again. I'm going to be replacing the front brakes here on my 2012 800 Outlander. First step I'm going to be doing is taking the tire off, obviously. There's the babies in behind I'm going to be replacing. The sun's shining on them right there right now. And they are worn out. There are pads on either side, so I'm going to strip off this side, as we'll call the driver's side, and get down into those, and we'll see you soon. Okay guys, that's Pete there, I'm back. Did quite a bit since the last video they had on. Obviously, see the tires off, real simple stuff there. Yeah, now it's just getting basically this unit off in your hand. Fits from back there, fits right on top, similar to this, just like that. You can see these bolts underneath. Where's the camera? Right there. So these babies here, these are not funny. These are, where's the bolts? They look like that. They do not come off easy. I believe they were Loctited, as I can see here in the threads. They were very difficult to get off, I'm not going to lie. Didn't know what I was going to do about this bolt. As you can see in the end, it's a little bit rough. Try to get a good angle for you. Had to hammer in my socket. It's a torque socket. Had to hammer it in to make it happen. One thing you notice here, just for your own purposes here, when you're doing it, see how that one there you can see, and you got to move this back and forth. The other bolt's right there. Okay, you got to move back and forth to be able to get it out. These here are would actually holding your pads in. And this is just say once you loosen it off, it comes right out. I backed one off because I want to be able to pull it out. Okay, you're going to clean that up. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is taking this bolt off, replacing the pads, making sure my piston gets pushed back, just like a vehicle. I'll put the new pads in, put these bolts back through, exact same thing. That's what's actually holding it on. As you can see here, right? Down here. See these two grooves, one groove, two groove. That's what's holding it on up underneath. Okay. As you can see, I need the pads. Hey guys, Pete just back. Went ahead. Yeah, there's no light over here. Went ahead and did the other side, got it all off. Ran into a problem with pads. They gave me the wrong pads for it, so I just I'm gonna prep tonight. Get everything off. This is just the other side. All the same. Same thing with those small bolts. Real pain in the backside. That Loctite is pretty tight. Just really be go for it and don't let off. So that's it for tonight for the pads. As you can see, these are the pads that they gave me. And they're not going to fit because I have a different type. So anyway, we'll go down tomorrow and get new pads and continue all that. Oh, sorry. Hey guys, Pete back here. It's the next day. I've gone down. I've gotten the correct brake pads for the Outlander here. As you notice, I put the unit back in place. I haven't bolted it in yet. These are the pads here. These are the ones for the 2012 Outlander. Alright, so that's those. These here, I found it easier putting these back in once I shoved the caliper down over top of this. Just basically gives the spacing in between them, and it squares the things out. I put that in there. I'm going to tighten that up, and basically I would putting these two little things in. I will not be loctiting these because that was just scary trying to get them out. I almost stripped the other side. So that's where we're at now, and I'll follow up soon. Alright guys, I'm back here. That took about 2 minutes to basically put that on. Lowers and behind each one of here. I put them in, they're snug. You know, I didn't try to become a hero. These I put in initially over before that. Made sure all this stuff in the back was clear. Not gonna be aggressive to one another and hurt anything or what have you. It was a good time to clear up all the junk in behind too. But anyway, tighten this up here. See, there's a little bit of movement here. I'm sure that'll be fixed as soon as I apply the brake. And yeah, that's it for this side. Really easy. Putting brakes on, putting the pads in to putting that in that position, like I say, it couldn't have been more than 2 minutes. Real simple, real straightforward. Gonna go ahead and put the tire on now. I used this here. It's just an old inner tube that I had cut for protection. I used that and my vice grips to squeeze my my caliper cylinder back in to make room for the pads. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Yeah, that's it. I'll go ahead and throw the tire on here, and that side is done. We'll talk to you on the other side. Okay, guys, just wanted to show you this side here. That's the new pad in place. It fits right into that little hole. That means a little bit tight. That's okay. There's your other pad. Get your little tab up here. I'm trying to do this with one hand, and it's very, very tricky. Anyway, slides up in here, just like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that over top of the caliper. Try to do this. It goes in behind. I need 2 hands just for a second. This requires 2 hands. So basically, as you see what's happening here, these just go in. That's actually going to hold your pads in place. They just screw in pretty simple. There's nothing special to them whatsoever. You can tell when they get snug. I'll tighten them up once I have the other part in place. As you see, they go in pretty smooth. It's just finger tight right now. And just get right there. Put a little tighten on it. Okay, so that's that for now. Now these go down the bottom. I'm trying to do this as real time as I can. Just see how fast this actually is. This may require 2 hands again. That's it. Alright, there it is. All done. Tightened. When I say tightened, I mean in underneath the other bolt. As you can see right there. See, mine's pretty chewed up. Just be super careful when you're doing yours, guys. That was a really tough bolts down there. Tightened these up after I had those in so it wasn't moving around. Tightened this up even though it's just a guide. It's still one of those things that was done. It's actually, the brake pad's nice and tight. Oh, a little bit loose, but that'll change once I get it all applied. And as you see, it's moving freely, so that's a good thing. So I'll put my tire on down here, and that'll be done for that. So up in here, these are your, this is your fluid. I was just checking mine, I'm up. Phillips screwdrivers. Take that out, and I know it's full because I've just shoved all the fluid backwards, and it was full last night after I done my initial push back. Anyway, you're going to want to tighten that up. Please don't forget that, if nothing else. Now that my brakes are good, I should be able to pump them here a little bit. Oh yeah, I got all kinds of brake now. I was sliding pretty far last time. As you can see, it kind of makes a mess when it falls. That's your brake fluid when it overfilled from the back. I'll come along and clean that up real quick. Anyway, I hope these videos helped you guys. I was a little bit timid on a lot of the stuff I was doing. Just a disclaimer, I am not a Can-Am mechanic or an ATV mechanic. I'm just a regular guy that happens to be a little bit mechanically inclined. So anyway, hopefully this helps somebody, and look forward to making a few other videos on other stuff if I can find it. Thanks guys, it's been a pleasure.